let's talk about Shohei Ohtani for a minute. He and the Angels agreed to a 1-year, $30 million deal. This is straight up to avoid arbitration.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I don't remember if we got to this or if you got to this while I was gone, Brig, but Artie Moreno has said that he's going to sell the Angels.
Yeah,
They
we've talked
are.
about it a lot.
They've got a
It's
big,
going.
fat for sale sign out in front of Angel Stadium. He's going to
Yep.
sell the whole gambit, all of it.
Yep.
Team,
Yeah.
stadium, parking lot, all the land around it, everything. Everything must go, Brig, as they say.
That's a terrific film, by the way, if you want to see Will Ferrell in a serious role. Everything must go.
Oh,
Okay, moving
very
on.
good. Thank you. But so I'm curious. I've got actually had a couple questions for you about this, Brig. First
Okay.
off, is signing Ohtani to just this 1-year deal? Is this like a take it or leave it kind of thing for the new owner? Like, okay, you buy the team, you've got Ohtani for this year. If you don't want to pay him anymore, you don't have to. You let him walk in free agency. But if you would like to keep him, you have an opportunity to negotiate a contract extension. We're going to give you the flexibility here. Is it that kind of deal? Do you feel like that's kind of what's going on here with the team being for sale?
Totally. Well, and I also think it's a huge nod to Ohtani, where they're saying like, "Hey, in good faith, give us a chance. We're going to shake some things up. And we're going to see how it goes. If you'll agree to 1 year, then you'll have more information to make a better decision. But if you base your opinion and your decision making on this year, it's not going to be what it's going to be next time."
Right.
So I think everybody wins in that deal, and I think everybody goes into the arbitration and into the next negotiations with more and more relevant information.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's really what this comes down to, is that they're kind of dangling this out in front of the new owner, being like, look, you've got Shohei Ohtani. This guy puts butts in seats. Oh, you don't want to pay him? Well, that's fine. You don't have to pay him after this year. You can let him go. So
Right.
I think this is the perfect contract for Ohtani. Get a bunch of money in 1 year, and then
Yeah.
the perfect contract for the Angels on that front. That being said, do you think he will hit the market? Do you think he'll
Yeah.
come back to Anaheim next year?
Well, he might, but he's going to hit the market first.
Yeah.
He'll test the market. He might still sign with Anaheim, but he's going to test the market. How could you not? How could you not? We've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, and this is the thing that's crazy about it to me, is that like he's gonna have people lining up down the street and around the corner at his place waiting to talk to him, to pitch him. They're all gonna offer him the exact same amount of money, the exact same amount of years. What it's gonna come down to is him being like, I want to play here.
Culture. It's
And
going to come
hopefully
down to
that
culture
here
and fit.
is
Yes.
Seattle.
It could be.
I hope so. So much. Oh
But
boy, I hope
if
so.
people don't lock him down for the bulk of the rest of his career or of his prime, they're foolish. And he's going to want that for himself. Like, this is going to be the deal of all deals.
It's going to be a big one. I mean, I wonder if it's going to be up in like the Julio Rodriguez money range. Not necessarily the years, because he is older, obviously.
Yeah.
Been in the league for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I wonder if teams are going to be like, $500 million for Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. I really do believe that is a reasonable expectation, especially as teams and prices and everything is moving up, right? Like the market is trending up, inflation on baseball contracts and teams value and different things like that it's almost compounding exponentially.
Yeah.
So I think 500,000 or 500 million is entirely possible.
Well, I talk all the time about he is literally the most valuable player in the league. He comes out and he gives you a sub 2.5 ERA every year, and he can hit 30 home runs for you in his sleep.
And nobody's done that in 100 years.
Yeah.
Literally 100 of them.
He's got 34 home runs this year with an 882 OPS. And his ERA this year is just showing me batting. There's pitching. Is 2.35 ERA this year.
It's just foolish. It's foolish.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to give him a lot of money. And Brig, on top of that, he is 28 years old. He turned 28 on July 5th.
He's not that old. That's what I was thinking. Like,
Mhm.
he's just
Even if his arm deteriorates, you got yourself a DH for 10 more years.
easily
Yeah.
10
And teams
whole
pay
years.
top dollar for DHs.
And he's going to be a quality DH.
Yep. Yeah.
Savoring the idea of him being in New York is just very exciting.
And who knows? Because when he came over, he said he didn't want to play in a big market, and that's why he chose Anaheim over LA,
Yeah.
right? But I wonder if he's gotten to the point where he's like, I kind of dig New York.
I could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so if he ends up in New York, think about this. Let's say 2024 rolls around. Aaron Judge is locked in. Garrett Cole is locked in. Nestor Cortez has maintained where he's at, right? We still have all that young talent with Oswaldo Cabrera and, oh man, it's Anthony Volpe shows up from the minors and everything like that starts churning it out. And then if you add Ohtani to that, it could be dangerous.
That would be. It really would be dangerous. It'd be scary for the rest of the league.
It's a big fat rut row for everybody else.
Yep. It really would be.
But he's a rut row everywhere. So
He is.
it
He's a
doesn't matter
problem.
where
He's going to
he
continue
could
to
go
be
to
a problem for a long time.
Cincinnati and be a rut row, you know?
Just wreak havoc on the NL Central.
Yeah.
He
It's
could.
like, yeah, we're gonna win now.
Yeah.
Just
Well, no, they
because.
wouldn't, because we've seen that
That's
he himself does not win games. He
Yeah,
himself
you're right.
is a wrecking crew, but it does not lead to wins, unfortunately.
That's true. You're right.